Well, howdy. I am going to do a look this morning using the Nomad Coastal Cruise palette. Okay, we are going to get started with an Angie Hot and Flashy A502 and start into sand prints right here. We're going to touch this right here on just to make sure that it's what I want it to do. We're going to take it all over the eye, just kind of packing her in there. We're going to take the same brush, we just kind of wiped it off, and go into, I already forgot, Cruise Deck. I kind of like that one, or this one, for shade names. And we're just going to lay that into the crease. I'm losing my marbles again. We're going to go right down the row into Hidden Treasures and put that in the outer corner for some depth and dimension. And don't ask me what happened here because I don't know. Because I did the exact opposite over here. I am not caffeinated enough, evidently. We're going to take a BK207 and go into drift mood. Still kind of keeping it light, but just a little bit. I need just a little bit of something to kind of pull the look back out together. And green kind of pops my eyes. Using the same Angie Hot and Flashy brush, we're going to go back into and see if we can't fix whatever this mess was we made in the grease. Tell you a funny story. My Blend Bunny Diablo palette arrived. We'll do some looks with it. But yesterday was the first day that I felt halfway decent in a while. And I got up, was trying to do things, got frustrated and aggravated with everything because everything I tried to do was just a train wreck. So I sat down here and grabbed the palette. And I was just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes you start a look and it goes south and you make a choice to either fix it or just let it go south, or wash it off and try again. Well, I decided to just to let it go south and see how bad I could make it look. I will not be posting pictures of it because I just kept going. I think my husband got a little concerned for my mental health, but it just was finally the creative in me just finally saying, hey, we're here, we're gonna have fun, let's just have fun. And I sent pictures to my sister and I was like, it's awful. The outcome and everything was just awful. My daughter was like, please tell me this is AI. And I was like, no, I seriously sat here and done this all by my little self. And I kept, the first thing that I did was really mess up an eye look. And that was the catalyst for the rest of everything. So we're just blending while we're telling the story. So from there, if you haven't seen the Diablo palette, I think I have it right here. And I know we're using a Nomad palette, but this is just some kind of wonderful. And it's colorful, and it's great, and it's awesome. So I had started with the purples, and with this purple and this red and that black. No, I'm sorry, this white shade. And I just, whenever it didn't start working together, I just literally started taking eyeshadow down my face, just, pretending with my fingers, just because it was like, let's see just how far south we can make this go. And when I tell you, we made it go way south, we did. But it also unleashed, there's been so much inside of me. If you follow my channel, you know that we have dealt with death after death after death after death, to the point of where I don't even really want to acknowledge it anymore. I had told my mother before that I just wasn't going to open Facebook anymore, that I wasn't going to check in to my social medias, that I just wasn't going to. And she said, well, it's not going to change the fact that this is happening. And I'm like, wow, that's true. It's going to give me some kind of, just a little pause from all of it. And she's like, Vicki, that doesn't work. And I was like, I know, Mom, but it's, it's wishful thinking. When I lost my friend Tim, I'm not, this birthday this year is going to be hard because, after my dad died, before my dad died, but after my dad died, he were several of us that were classmates and longtime friends, and he sent us a personal birthday blessing. And I talked with one of my friends, and I was like, well, I will, when it's your turn, I'll try to do something for you. And, but it's still not going to be the same. And what I just put on is the Natasha Denona Hygiene Primer. It is very nice. Very, very nice. And this is kind of chatty. And I'm going to go off camera and do a few things like my eyebrows. Okay. I've done everything else on my face. I want to talk to you. This was sent to me. Let me get it the right way. It's Prime Lash from Pro Cosmetics. I'm probably butchering all of this. I've had it for a while. It came in just before we all got sick. And the brand says that it's cosmetics with heart. It's Prime Lash Mascara. I can't see the actual brand name. Prime Cosmetics, I guess, is what we're going to get. I did order a couple of more things from this. I do have a 10% code for you all if it has not expired. I will post it. Do with it what you will. One thing that you will find on my channel, and I have to preface this by saying this, is that I'm going to tell you what I think about something. I love makeup in general. This brand is geared more towards mature lashes, mature skin, etc., etc., etc. So, which puzzles me because I don't know, I mean, I would, but I don't know necessarily if that's really gearing towards a mature audience, mature women. But I digress. We're going to start by applying this to one eye, and it says instead of sweeping it through as much, to blink through it, and that gives me kind of flashbacks to another brand. but we're going to try to stay focused on this. Before I do this, I will say all day long, they've been in business for 5 years at least, according to their website. Their foundation and face makeup stick is lacking. So do with that what you may. This is the wand. It's a rubber, it is a hard wand. And what they say to do is to just kind of blink through it. Not really moving the wand, more moving your eye. I have a hard time doing that because I'm used to sweeping my lashes up. The formula itself is a wetter formula. It feels really nice on the eye. It feels nice on the lash, we'll say that. It feels nice on application. I have not noticed it smearing or anything like that. I've worn it 2 or 3 times. What you see underneath here is my mistake from earlier that I did not clean up. But we're going to only focus on the one eye. And we're going to go back in with a second coat. Now, this is 2 coats. This is kind of where we're going to stop. Do I find this color a little bit more flattering than, say, a black or a brown? It has its perks. I prefer the routine that I have, but I can see where this would be beneficial to women my age and older. For me, personally, although I did order more items from this brand, for me, let's do the bottom so you can kind of get a better idea of what I'm talking about. For me, it does give something to the lashes. And we'll go. This is 2 coats. I have not had any smudging. I have not had any, it seems to be sweat proof. It seems to be all of the things. This will be about the 3rd time that I've used it, and this will be the first time that I have used it directly on my eyes or on my own lashes without anything else in between. Good day. I'm the mayor's daughter. See you. Bye.